Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here at ICP, seeing what's going on. This coin is not looking as great as it was before, but also still looking okay. And I'll explain what I mean by that here in a moment. Because yesterday we did take a long position. We took some decent profit. If I recall correctly, it was 24% in 2 hours. So it's a nice little profit there for 6x leverage trade. But the truth is it's pulled back a little bit. Thinking we might see a shift in momentum here, but again, you got to recognize that this sell-off here, this ugly last hour and a half, it's all Bitcoin's fault. Blame it on Bitcoin, right? Basically, the simple way to understand it is that Bitcoin sold off by 3% in roughly an hour. My speculation, as I mentioned in my Bitcoin video earlier, is that we're seeing a sell-off for taxes. A lot of times, profits will be taken before the year is over, so there's a good chance that has a lot to do with it. That being said, we were traveling within the cloud. Now we're below, conversion lines below the baseline, and lag and span's free and clear. So technically, this is giving us some short signals. Okay, let's look at a few other things though to make sure that that is still the case, and we don't want to jump in prematurely to a short position if there isn't such a thing, right? So we look at this yesterday. We were talking about the MACD diverging. That is still a thing, and it's diverging even further today. Now, so far with us having this almost potentially bearish engulfing candle. We can also see, of course, RSI and money flow index are coming down. But the stochastic RSI wants to try to swing upwards here. So if we can get some kind of green today, basically a closure at 950 or higher, should be in pretty good shape to see this coin continue upwards. Once again, should be, could be. A lot of this hinges on Bitcoin not being a stinky coin. Okay. So having said that, the 4-hour time frame, what we want to look at here is just to quickly note a divergence on the MACD. Also not a great sign. That has shifted from convergence to a divergence today. We can also see we're under 50 on the RSI, stochastic RSI swinging down, money flow index behind. Those are all bearish signs. So the price action is pulling back. Now, you could argue and say that we are making higher highs and higher lows. That's tentatively true so far, right? but it requires us to establish a higher high after this year. Okay, so unless we can close in the range of $10 or higher soon, we might not be in a position where the price action will continue upwards. If we take a look at the simple moving averages, we're really close to the 100 and just below the 50 and the 20. Well, that's not like a monumental situation there. It tells us we're kind of getting closer to all moving averages there, which is positive. We should be able to see the 100 work as a support, but we don't know if it's going to hold just yet. Again, pay attention to Bitcoin, see what it does. If it continues to struggle at this low 42,000 range or lower, then we're going to see a correction again from ICP. Okay. Again, this coin's fairly aligned with Bitcoin, at least in the last 12 to 24 hours, so it's important to be just realistic in the sense that it could very well continue to sell off. But once more, just to clarify, we have all selling green lights on all the selling here effectively, with the exception of the price action being below the cloud. It's only been there for 15 to 20 minutes because this candle literally just opened 20 minutes ago. So my speculation is that the price action will go sideways and potentially down if Bitcoin continues. Bitcoin recovers, we'll probably see the price continue back up. So again, just pay attention to what Bitcoin's doing. It's having a really bad opening session here. We're down almost 3% from top to bottom. It looks like the selling pressure is going to want to continue. But you got to recognize too, looking at Bitcoin earlier, the overall technicals are looking pretty good. Okay, so the TI on Bitcoin looks pretty good, minus the selling pressure we're seeing today. And once more, today is one of those funky days here, the last business day before the year is over. Okay, so you got to recognize that. That has a lot to do with it. So hopefully we can see some stabilization from Bitcoin as price can recover. But at this point, there's no real green light to want to take a long position. Almost have a green light to take a short position, but I'd still wait a little bit because if this comes right back up, it's going to be as if it never happened. Okay, so please be patient, wait for a good opportunity. I think it's best to, at the very least, like I mentioned before, we want to close above $10 if possible. But even if it's not 10, the 960 to 980 range would be ideal. So just say we close today in this range here, that should still be enough to get us where we need to go. But again, I don't like trading into that. I would recommend just waiting and being patient for a better opportunity. Thanks again so much for watching. I hope that made sense for you. Very last but not least, make sure you join our phenomenal exchange here, Bitunix. They are highly recommended by our community because we have no KYC or VPN requirements for our US and Canadian members. They also have trailing stop losses and some really nice little rewards. If you take advantage of this exclusive offer before year end, you can benefit up to $5,500. So nice little bonus there. Be sure to check that out, link down below. And if you have questions, concerns, comments, etc., let me know. Feel free to reach out. I'm available primarily through Discord or the website, of course, whatever works best for you. Appreciate your time. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of the day. Take care.